In the late 1980s, veterinarians in New York City began noticing a strange and impossible phenomenon. Cats were falling from apartment windows. We're not talking about the second floor. We're talking about the 5th, the 10th, even the 32nd floor. Logic dictates that a fall from that height should be fatal, but the data showed something else. Not only were cats surviving these terminal velocity falls, but many of them calmly walked away with minor injuries. When these injured cats arrived at the clinic, suffering from broken ribs or internal trauma, they were doing something baffling. They weren't screaming, they weren't hissing, they were purring loudly. For decades, we thought this was just a comfort mechanism, like a child sucking their thumb. But new research suggests we've been looking at it all wrong. What if I told you that sound isn't just a sound? What if it's a biological machine designed to cheat death? Today, we are going deep into the anatomy of the purr to discover why your house cat might be the most advanced medical device in your home. To understand the power of the purr, we first have to understand the mechanics. Because unlike a dog's bark or a human's voice, the purr is technically difficult to produce. It starts here, deep in the cat's brain, with a repetitive neural oscillator. This signal is sent to the laryngeal muscles, the voice box. These muscles twitch rapidly at a rate of 20 to 30 times per second. They open and close the glottis, the space between the vocal cords. As the cat breathes in and out, air is forced through these vibrating muscles. This is key. Most vocalizations happen only when exhaling. Try talking while inhaling. You can't do it well. But a cat? They purr on the inhale and the exhale. It is a continuous loop of sound. This requires energy, a lot of it. In the wild, energy is currency. You don't spend it unless you get a return on investment. So if a cat is spending precious calories to vibrate its entire body while it's sleeping, injured, or dying, there must be a massive biological payoff. To find that payoff, we have to leave the animal kingdom and look at space travel. One of the biggest problems astronauts face is bone density loss. Without gravity, bones stop regenerating. They become brittle. To fight this, scientists began experimenting with vibration therapy. Researchers discovered that exposing the human body to sound frequencies between 20 Hz and 50 Hz stimulates bone growth and strengthens density. Frequencies between 100 Hz and 200 Hz are incredible for repairing soft tissue and muscles. Now, let's look at the domestic cat. The frequency of their purr sits exactly in this range, 25 to 150 Hz. This is not a coincidence. This is evolution. Think about a dog. A dog keeps its bones strong by running, jumping, and playing. But cats, they are masters of energy conservation. They sleep up to 18 hours a day. By purring while they rest, cats are essentially stimulating their bones and muscles without moving a muscle. It is the ultimate life hack. They are keeping themselves in peak physical condition while taking a nap. This also explains the high-rise syndrome survival rate. If a cat is injured, the purr acts as an internal healing mechanism, reducing swelling and accelerating bone repair. They aren't just saying, "I'm in pain." They are actively fixing the problem. If this ability is so incredible, essentially a superpower of regeneration, why doesn't the king of the jungle possess it? That's right. Lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars, they cannot purr. They can only roar. And your house cat? It can purr, but it can never roar. Nature forced the feline family to make a trade-off millions of years ago. It all comes down to the epihyal bone in the voice box. In small cats, like the one on your couch, or cheetahs and cougars, this bone is completely rigid, fully ossified. This rigidity is what allows the vocal cords to vibrate fast enough to create the purr. But in big cats, this bone is replaced by a flexible ligament. This flexibility allows them to stretch their vocal cords to produce a low-frequency, terrifying roar that can be heard 5 miles away. The lion chose external power, territory, intimidation, dominance. The house cat chose internal power, healing, stealth, and survival. There is one weird exception, the snow leopard. It has the vocal anatomy of a big cat, but it can't roar. It makes a sound called a chuffing. But even the snow leopard cannot produce the continuous, healing purr of your domestic tabby. So far, we've talked about healing, but we have to address the elephant in the room. Sometimes your cat isn't healing a broken bone. Sometimes they just want breakfast. A study conducted by the University of Sussex revealed something slightly terrifying. Cats have developed a specific type of purr called the solicitation purr. Listen closely. The normal purr is low and steady, but the solicitation purr, it contains a high-frequency cry embedded inside the low rumble. This high-frequency spike matches the exact frequency of a human baby's cry. Your cat is literally hacking your parental instincts. When they make this specific sound, our brains categorize it as urgent and distressing. We find it almost impossible to ignore. They aren't just healing themselves, they are controlling us. And it works every single time. We started this journey looking at cats falling from buildings. But where does this leave us? We know that a cat's purr lowers human blood pressure. We know it reduces the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. We know it helps with dyspnea, trouble breathing. Scientists are now looking into biomechanical devices that mimic the cat's purr to help astronauts in deep space missions to Mars and to help osteoporosis patients here on Earth. We often look to technology for the future of medicine, but sometimes the most advanced technology has been sleeping at the foot of our bed for thousands of years. So the next time you hear that engine start up, remember, it's not just a sign of love, it's a frequency of survival, a vibrational shield that protects them, and if you're lucky, it might just be protecting you too. Has your cat ever helped you through a sickness or a hard time? I want to read your stories. Leave a comment below. And if you want to know the dark reason why this cute predator brings you dead gifts, click this video right here. It's not a present, it's a warning.